just standing on your mat in a nice mountain pose, nice smooth breath. Think about what your intention is for this practice. What brings you to your mat? And let's find a little brightness inside. So just tapping into the center of the body, put your attention there and find your inner glow, your inner light. And as you inhale, feed that light. And as you exhale, let it soften. Inhaling, feeding into that inner glow, the inner light. Exhale, soften. And as you continue with this pattern, inhaling, you start to notice that that light has warmth attached. And start to feel the warmth travel through your body. It's clearing out any blockages, opening up space for lots of fresh energy, for newness. See that light brighten and soften as you inhale and exhale. Feel the warmth travel through. And from here, we're just going to bring the arms up, palms out, inhale up, and turn your palms out, and exhale, release down. And think about, as you bring your arms up, your feet ground down into the earth, everything lengthens all the way up. And as you turn your palms out and bring your arms down, the spine continues to lengthen up toward the sky. Taller and taller. One more time. Inhale. Good. And exhale. All right, let's get the spine moving here. So take your feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. And get a little movement going through the knees and hips so they know it's okay to move as we come into cats and cows here. Okay, we're going to put the hands on the thighs, bend the knees and hips slightly, arch the back, shine your heart up, round the spine, gaze forward. So the hands are moving up and down the thighs here. Nice familiar cat and cow movement. And the next time you're rounded forward, just hold there and roll up to standing. Let's roll the shoulders back a few times, opening the front of the shoulders, and just a couple of times forward. And now taking the feet back to hip width distance apart and keeping them grounded, all four corners of the feet, okay? Left hand down, we're doing tilt and twist. So take your right arm up, inhale, and tilt to the left. That left hand just slides down the leg. Come back up to center here, bring the left arm up and twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Yeah. And come center, inhale, take your right hand down, tilt to the right, come up to center, and twist to the left. And center, tilting left, and up, and twisting right, and up, tilt left, and up, and, well, that was tilt right, wasn't it? And twist left, and up. Just go ahead, we're tilting to the left, and up, and twist right. See if I can get it right this time. And up, and tilt right. And up and twist left. And up. So that was our warm-up. Now we're going to come back over to the left. Make sure that right foot is grounded and just release a little and move more to the left. Release a little bit and tilt to the left. Release, tilt and hold and float your left arm parallel to the earth. Press the left fingertips away so we get some extra length in that left side. And take your shoulder, your right shoulder back so your heart shines up. Come center, arms overhead, inhale. We're twisting to the right and we're staying here. Put length in your spine and maybe get a little deeper twist going as you turn your gaze towards your right fingertips. Stay here. And the next time you exhale, turn your gaze towards your left. And on your next exhale, turn your gaze back to the right. Draw the arms up, inhale, right arm down. We're tilting to the right. Keep that left foot grounded, release a little bit, and tilt to the left, right, yeah. And release a little bit, tilt to the right, and one more time, release, tilt right, stay here, float the right arm up, press those fingertips away, and take your left shoulder back, heart shining up here. Come back to center, arms up, inhale, twist to the left, stay here. Before we do any twisting, we put length in the spine, twist a little more, take your gaze toward your left fingertips. And on your next exhale, take your gaze to the right. And take your gaze back to the left. Okay, we bring arms up, knees and hips are soft, and just exhale, release and up, release and up. Just like the moon is releasing gradually, it's light, moving into new moon, we're releasing any tension, anything from the day that doesn't serve us, release and up, and return to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right, so let's take a few breaths here. And we're going to come to the top of the mat and work our way down from here. So feet are hip width distance apart. Now we've located our own inner light and warmth, and now we just did a lot of movement. So go ahead and tap back into that. See if things are glowing more brightly, if that warmth is even warmer. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale into your swan dive that's happening right now. Whether it's high, low, or anywhere in between, it's your swan dive that's good for right now. Bring your hands to your thighs. Bend your knees, set the hips back, shine your heart forward, sink your hips down, bring your hands to the mat, and find your way to downward facing dog. Okay, if you're using a chair, your hands are going on the chair, you step back to down dog. Anybody's welcome to do that. You can always put your hands on a wall as well, and let's go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Switch sides, other heel down and hold. Two heels down and hold. Nice long downward facing dog. By long, I mean lengthen the spine and lengthen the back of the legs, not so much the time length of it. And let's bring both knees to the mat, see if we can get them there at the same time. Yes, sit off to the side. And take your legs forward, feet flexed. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to take a couple of breaths here and then shake things out. All right, so without further delay, we'll move into our core moves. Yay, okay. All right, that'll really help us warm up and get centered for practice. Take your feet hip width distance apart. Okay, and the spine long. So we're building on the boat geometry this month, right? Not everything is a pure boat, but it's in that kind of shape of the body. So let's go ahead and hold on to your hamstrings and start to lean back with a long spine. Feel your core engage. Feel that core challenge point where you're just about to fall back, but you don't, and bring your arms forward. All right, now let's sit up. We know where that point is now. We're going to add some arms to that and option to add some legs. So if you're in a chair, you're sitting at the very edge of your chair so that you have room to lean back. Bring your hands to your heart here. Okay, gentle fists at your heart, and take it back to that core challenge point. Take your right arm out and in. Take your left arm out and in. Take both arms out and in, and take it up. Okay, we're going back. This time we're starting on the left. Take it back, core challenge, left arm, right arm, and double, and up. Okay, that's basically our move. Now we'll add a leg option. What's the word? Option. Okay, hands are to the heart. Take it back, core challenge point here. Right arm out, option, lift the left leg, bring it down. Left arm out, option, lift the right leg, bring it down. Both arms, both legs, up and down, woo, and release. All right, let's go. Take it back. We're starting on the left. Left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm, left leg, and down. Two arms, two legs, and down, and release. Whew, shake it out for a moment. All right. Remember, if that double leg thing doesn't work for you, then just pick one leg. The good news is we're going to do each thing twice, so even if you're doing single leg, you can do right one time, left the other. Does that make sense? Is this making sense to everybody? Thank you. All right, hands to the heart. Here we go. Lean back. Core challenge point here. Right arm, left leg. One time, tap. Two times. Bring it down. Left arm, right leg. Tap. Left arm, right leg. Tap. Double. Tap. Double. Tap. And up. All right, here we go. Let's take it back. We're going to start on the left this time. Left arm, right leg. Tap. Left arm, right leg. Tap. Right arm, left leg. Tap down. Right arm, left leg. Tap. Double. Tap. Double. Tap. And release. Oh, shake it out. All right. Core starting to wake up, yeah? Okay, so that's going to give us energy and lots of strength for all the wonderful things that we want to do to finish the week and move into the weekend. Let's go ahead and do some oblique work here. The knees are bent, the feet are on the mat, hip width distance apart. Of course, if you're in the chair, you're at the edge of your chair, same thing. Your feet are flat on the mat. Okay, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to lean to the right, open the arms long, and come up. Take it back and lean to the left, open the arms long, and come up. Option, add a leg, right arm, left leg, and up. Left arm, right leg, and up. Right arm back, and up. Left arm back, and up. Right arm back, and up. Left arm back, yes, and up. We're going right arm back, left leg up, stay here, and then tap your toes down, hands center, and up. And two more, and one more, and come up, and we're taking it back. Left arm back, right arm forward, and tap, open, tap, open. One more time. Open and come up. Shake it out. Give those legs a crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we good? Since we're sitting up, we'll go ahead and do some rock the baby. You do this the same way, whether you're sitting on your mat or on a chair. Bend your right leg, take your right foot into your left hand. Torso stays forward, and we rock the baby. Yeah, you guys all know this. Good. And of course, there are variations of this. This is an open variation. So some people, maybe their hips are a little more open right now. Some people feel better taking the right foot into the crook of the left elbow and rocking the baby this way. Maybe the hip isn't ready for that. Between you and your hip, you find where you belong. Good. Come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. And then bring the right ankle across the left thigh. The right foot is flexed. Okay? In the chair, you're doing exactly the same thing. Support yourself with your hands and bring your left foot in. Okay? And then we're going to take the legs side to side. Right leg side to side. Yes. Okay. On your mat, you're taking your right foot all the way over to the left. In a chair, you're just going to cross at the thighs. Bring your left hand to your right leg. Take the right arm up and back and lengthen the spine. Twist. Turning your gaze toward your right shoulder. Good. Release. Bring the legs back up. Unwind. Take the legs forward and give them a crazy shake. All right. We ready on the left? So the right leg is long, foot is flexed. Bend the left knee, left foot in the right hand. We're rocking the baby. And this position might be your best rock the baby right now. And some people might wish to take the left foot into the right elbow and rock their baby this way. If this makes you not happy or it pulls you in funny ways, then just go back to the more open one. They all work the same idea. Release the hip. Now take your left ankle across your right thigh and slide your right foot in. You'll need to support yourself with your hands if you're on the mat. Take your left leg side to side. And then let's go ahead and let that left foot come all the way over to the right. If your hip is super hiked up, just slide your foot in front of your shin instead of by your thigh. Okay? And we're going to take the right hand outside the left leg, left arm up and back, lengthen the spine, and twist to the left. So no tugging happening here. You could even let go of your left leg because the twist is happening from your torso, not from the hand. And then release, unwind. Yeah, let's go ahead and take those legs forward, give them a crazy shake. Inhale and exhale. All right, if you require extra padding for your knees, either because of your knees or the surface you're on, make sure you have that handy, okay? Because we're going to be doing tabletop now, and we'll also be doing knee down crescent lunge. So make sure you have what you need. We're coming to hands and knees here. Tabletop, okay? Remember, you can do this with your hands on a wall if your wrists don't like this much of an angle or it's too much pressure. Let's go ahead and keep the spine nice and long. The knees are right under the hips here. Inhale and exhale, and float your right leg up to hip height. We're going to start to make some tiny circles with the right leg. So we're still releasing the hip here. We're making little circles, and then make them a little bigger. and then pause and make your circles the other direction and a little larger. And bring your knee down. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the left. Left leg is up, and some small, nice hip releasing circles. And a little larger. We're going to be doing this from down dog. Pause here and go the other way, small to large. And when we do it in down dog, just remember how we did it with the knees down in case that works better for you. Go ahead and bring your knees down, and we're going to strengthen the arms and continue to let the hips loosen up even more. So take your arms long. We're coming knee down plank. Push up, tricep push up and back, hips toward heels. So in the chair, you put your hands on the chair, do your push up, there you go, and press back. So we're just doing a little push up to a press back, opening up those hips, strengthening the arms, and finding your way to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Your forehead is either resting on your hands or it reaches the mat. Whatever works for you. Yep. So child's pose, your hands could be at the back of your chair with your head resting on it. That could feel really good. And maybe take a moment here to revisit your intention. And then with a lot of awareness, find your way to downward facing dog. Notice everything that happens on your journey from child's pose to down dog. All the parts of you that you need to move, how things change. How did you wind up in this nice, evenly distributed between 2 hands and 2 feet, down dog? Whether you're on the mat or your hands are somewhere on a chair or the wall. How did you wind up here? Take a couple of breaths. We're going to start to walk the feet to the hands, letting the feet come a little wider with every step until they wind up mat width distance apart. Bring your forearms to your thighs, touch your palms together. The feet, all 4 corners, let's find them again. Press through the feet. Fingertips come up toward the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, find your way back to mountain pose. Take a breath and then start to look for that light and warmth. See what it's doing now. All right, and we're going to go ahead and shake things out. So we're going to be coming into a knee down crescent lunge and with option to lift the knee in our second round. And we're going to be in the sun salutation. When we finish from the right side, we're going to go straight to the other side. You'll see as we do it. Okay, so let's come feet hip width distance apart. Have your extra padding for your knee. You remember, you can always just flip up the edge of your mat. Okay, and let's find mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we swan dive. Take a half lift. Sink the hips, bring the hands down. Step back with the right leg. Here's a nice lunge. Move around in your lunge. And bring the right knee down. Okay, if you're at a chair, you're just bending your right knee, right? So the knee is behind the hip here, left knee over the ankle, and float the arms up into a nice crescent lunge here. bring your hands down. Your right hand stays down and your left arm opens to the side. And bring your left hand down and come into a knee up or knee down plank. If you're using a chair and you need me to demonstrate anything particular, just let me know. Chaturanga down here. All right, so we're going to be lifting into a cobra here, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Shine your heart forward, lift your hands. Good, and release. Now lift your hands first and come into the cobra. Yes, and release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Table to dog is great. Pressing up straight through to dog. However you get here, we're in dog. We're going to take the right leg to hip height, make some small circles, and in the same direction, make those circles a little larger. Pause, make some small circles the other direction, and a little larger. Now hold that right leg up, come to the tips, the very ball of your left foot, just to give yourself some space. Bend your right knee, draw through and take a big step forward, whatever big is for you right now. And then arrange yourself in a lunge. So your right knee is over your right ankle, your left leg is back. You might need to wiggle things, and then go ahead and bring the left knee down, come into crescent lunge. So I rarely can get my foot far enough forward for a crescent lunge. I need to wiggle around. That's what we were talking about right there. Go ahead, bring your hands down. Now your left hand stays down, your right arm comes up, open up to the right. Bring your hand down, tuck your toes, lift your back knee, engage all the muscles of your body, and take a big step forward, half lift, forward fold. Your feet are super grounded, your upper body super light. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. Here we go, we're continuing. Palms touch, hands come through the center of the body into forward fold. Could be high or could be low. Okay, hands to the thighs, half lift. Sink the hips down, hands down, and this time take your left leg back. Okay, move around in that lunge. Bring your left knee down. Okay, I'm just going to switch sides here so you can see what I'm doing. Bring your left knee down. Leave your left hand on the mat and open up your right arm to the right. Bring your right arm back down now. Tuck your back toes, and as you lift your right arm, lift your back knee as well. If that doesn't work for you, leave it out. Bring your hands down and step back into plank. Knees up or down, plank, right? Chaturanga, nice and strong. And let's just go into that hands-free cobra and release. Okay, do that one more time. Hands-free cobra and release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Okay, down dog, hands on the chair, long spine, long backs of the legs is good. Inhale and exhale. All right, if your hands are on a wall or a chair, or if you're in down dog on the mat, your left leg comes up, small circles one direction and a little larger. Pause, small circles the other direction and a little larger. And then a big step forward with your left foot. Wiggle around until you're in a nice lunge. Left knee over left ankle, that would be. Yes, wouldn't it? Okay, bring your back knee down, right knee down, come into crescent lunge. Bring your hands down. Right hand stays down, left arm opens up. Left hand down, tuck your back toes. Right hand stays down. As your left arm lifts, lift your back knee. That's an option. Bring your left hand down, and now take a nice strong step. Back foot meets front foot at the top of the mat. Half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good, and hands come heart center, and shake it out. So let's find mountain pose. Think about our nice inner glow, inner warmth. Inhale and exhale. All right. So from here, we're going to move into an energy collecting position. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the legs wider than hip width distance with the toes turned out. And we're plieing down and up. Okay. And we're going to move into goddess gathering energy. So just go ahead and bring your arms up by your ears here. Inhale, the legs are straight. As you take your arms out to the side with your palms facing the earth, the knees bend. And when your feet are square on all four corners, the knees are going to go straight over the toes where you want them. Bring your arms forward, exhale, and then inhale, gather that energy. Draw your arms up as you straighten your legs. Inhale, exhale, arms out. Inhale, okay? Bring your arms forward as you exhale, and then as you inhale, draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, breathe it up. Exhale, take it down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, the arms forward. Inhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, arms out. Arms forward. And inhale, gather energy. Inhale, arms up. And release, shake everything out. Okay, give your legs a little bit of a break here. Whew. All right, gathering goddess energy here. Okay, so let's do some balancing. We're going to have the feet hip width distance apart. Inhale and exhale, and find all four corners of the feet. Find calmness of the mind. Find a spot that isn't moving, your drishti, your gazing spot. The legs are strong, the feet are grounded, the mind is calm, the gaze is steady, hands to the hips. Okay, and let's just take the right heel up and release, left heel up and release. That could be your balance for tonight. We're moving into sun and moon. Let's take the right heel up. Make sure you didn't just sink into your left hip. That left leg is straight. Start to float the right knee up. If that feels right for you, keep that. Bring your left arm up and your right fingertips down, sun and moon. If that doesn't feel right, bring your toes to the mat. Good, and release. All right, here we go. Hands are on the hips. Left heel is up. Whew. Right leg is strong. Gaze is steady. Mind is calm. Left knee, right arm, left fingertips. Find your position that works for you. Good, and release. All right, so now we're going to raise both arms like we did for the goddess gathering energy here. Right knee, two arms up. Good, let's try taking the arms out. Take them forward. Bring it in. Woo, and release everything down. Okay, it's a little more fun to move the arms when you're standing on one leg, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let's try it on the left. Here we go. Left knee, arms up. Arms out. Arms forward. Gather energy in and release. One more time on each side. Knee up, arms out. arms forward, bring it in, and release. Left side, arms up, arms out, arms forward, bring it in, and release. Let's come back to 2 feet on the mat. And if it's okay for you to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. If not, just defocus them and feel your body right now. Is there any like swaying or other movement going on? How do the feet feel? Are they back to grounded? Do you feel balanced side to side? Okay. And let's shake things out. So everybody knows triangle and everybody knows pyramid. So we're going to do a little moon salutation here. The feet are hip width distance apart. Now this is meant to be soft and flowy, okay? Whereas the sun salutation is very muscular. This is softer and more flowy. So let's keep that in mind. Arms up, inhale, and we sway, and sway, and sway, and sway. Now let's step the legs open, toes out, arms wide, 5-pointed star. Take it to a moonflower, knees bend, elbows to waist, back to 5-pointed star. Turn the right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle, arms are long, and we reach and release. Warming up our triangle, reach and release, reach and release. Now reach, 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 right hand down, left arm up. Turn your right palm out so you're not tempted to lean into your right leg. Take your gaze toward your right toes, toward the center of your space, toward your left fingertips, and then follow your left hand as it comes around to the right, and just place both hands gently. We're not pressing into the right leg. Put a little bend in your right knee and place both hands gently on the right leg here. So we're doing this variation of pyramid. Take a breath and open back into a nice little triangle. There you go. All right, and let's come on back up. Turn all 10 toes out, 5-pointed star. Bending the knees and the elbows into moonflower. Spring the legs together. Let's just go for it. Daisy and daisy. We're going to go right to the other side now. Daisy and daisy. And step it open. 5-pointed star. Moonflower. 5-pointed star. Left toes to the left. Triangle prep. Reach and release. And reach and release, reach and release, and now take it to triangle. Your left palm is turning out, so you're not leaning into the left leg. Right arm is up, shoulders are stacked. Take your gaze toward your left toes, toward the center of your space, toward your right fingertips, and then put a little bend in your left knee as you bring both hands gently to the left leg, folding over the left leg for pyramid here. And float back into the triangle. Come back up, toes out, 5-pointed star, moonflower, step together, and daisy. And daisy, and daisy, and daisy, and release, shake it out. All right, did that feel a little more flowy, right, and a little softer than the sun salutation? Good, all right. So let's go ahead. We've done a lot of nice hip opening. We're going to do a little more adductor work. So take the legs out, toes out. Bend the knees out over the toes and start to lean forward, okay? So we're like in football position, yes. All right, ready to grab that football. We're gonna take the right, that's your shoulder, not your elbow. Right shoulder to the left and up, and left shoulder to the right, and up, right shoulder to the left, and up, and left shoulder to the right, and up. So that was a nice stretch for the shoulders. Did you feel your adductors? Let's go one more time. Right shoulder to the left, and as you press into the right thigh with that right hand, you feel the adductor there? Take it up, and left shoulder to the right, pressing the thigh toward the back of your space. You get that adductor. And come center, straighten the legs, and shake everything out. Bring your legs together. Shake it out. How you guys doing? Are we good? All right, so we're going to come back to mountain pose for a moment here. Take a few soft breaths. Feel the energy. And then just go ahead and tap into any signals the body's giving you, how it wants to move around. Collect anything you might need for when we're down on the earth. If you get a little colder when we go down there, grab something to cover up with. If you have an eye pillow you want for when we move into final relaxation. You know what I'm doing, lavender. Even my shirt's lavender tonight. Okay. Top of the mat, and we're going to be working our way down. Inhale and exhale here. Find that brightness and warmth. Feel it radiating through you. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we swan dive, straight spine over those hip creases. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward. Hips down, hips come down, hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. If you have a vinyasa left in you that's wanting to come out, go ahead. Plank chaturanga, you know it. Back bend, and then meet us in down dog. And we're going to let the hips move side to side, the knees bend. Coming back to center, knees down, and we sit off to the side and find table pose. Okay? Yeah. You might even have a table. What did I say? Seated mountain pose. You might even have a jump through to seated mountain. Always feel free to put your things into your practice, right? So let's sit up nice and tall. Okay. And shake things out. Remember how we were working on those adductors a little bit? We're going to do a little Janu Sirsasana to open them a little more. So take your right foot, sole of the foot, to your left thigh. Okay, now if this is too much of an angle for the knee, your right foot could certainly be more on the calf. Okay, your left leg is long, the left toes and left knee are facing straight up, and turn toward your left leg. Draw the arms up, inhale. Tonight we're going to, with a long spine, fold forward over the hip creases. Now cross at the wrists, I almost call them ankles, and hold on to your left leg. Whether you're up here or down here or maybe even at your foot, just cross the wrists and come into a nice long spine forward fold. So we're not doing this. Take your gaze towards your toes here. Now wherever your left hand is, leave it there and open up to the right. Yes, now bring your right hand back down, crossing at the wrists one more time into the forward fold. Release your hands, bring the arms up, long inhale. Exhale, hands down by your side. And take your right knee up. Your right foot is one hand's width distance away from your left leg, whether that's at the thigh of your left leg or by your calf. Remember, your knee is the important factor here. Take your left hand outside of your right leg. Take your right arm up and back and twist to the right with a long spine. Some people will take their left arm up and take the left elbow outside the right leg. Other people are going to stay here. Either way, perfectly fine. And release, unwind, woo, shake it out. Ready for John U on the left. The left foot comes to the right thigh, maybe lower on the leg. Okay, maybe neither one of those is great for you tonight and you choose to keep your both legs straight. You can do that. Okay, all right, turn toward your right leg, arms overhead, inhale. Long spine folding from the hip creases, cross at the wrist, hold on. Your right foot is flexed and your gaze is toward your right toes, wherever you're holding. Inhale and exhale. Now leave your right hand where it is and open up to the left. Did I do that backwards? Leave your left hand where it is and open up to the right. Let's do it both ways, just in case. All right, let's cross, back, uncross, long arms, bring it up. Bring your hands down by your side, take your left knee up, one hand's width distance in between the left foot and the right leg, whether it's calf or thigh. Right hand to the outside of the left leg, left arm up and back, long spine, twist to the left. Stay right here, or if it's you tonight, you can bring your right elbow across. And release, straighten your left leg, give both legs a crazy shake. Woo, shake out the wrists, inhale and exhale. All right, and now let's do a couple of, since we worked on those adductors so much, bring the soles of your feet together so we come into cobbler's pose. Now in cobbler's pose, we're gonna start with the heels way far away from the hips, and then you decide how close to the hips your heels are going to come. Pay attention to your adductors, pay attention to your knees. If you're like this, your heels need to be farther away from your hips, okay? Now we're gonna hold on to the ankles, sit up nice and tall, inhale, and with a long spine, once again, just lean into this cobbler's pose. So maybe your lean is here. Maybe your lean is you practically have your torso on your legs. This is your practice, right? Bring your hands to the mat, take your gaze past your fingertips. Inhale, and as you exhale, if the fingers move a little farther forward, if there's space for them to do that, let them do that. Otherwise, just stay where you are. And then walk your hands back. Put one hand under each knee. Help your knees up. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Support yourself with your hands. We're going to let the knees open and close a couple of times just to release. And then we roll back onto the mat. Oh, and just let the spine connect to the earth here. Just feel that restfulness. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to take the arms long and the legs long. Inhale. Exhale, draw both knees in. Hold on to your shins or your hamstrings and rock it out. Rock side to side. Nice little spinal massage here. Now take your left foot down. Hold on to the right hamstring here, the back of your right thigh, and go ahead and take your right leg straight up. You might wind up holding on to the outer leg. That's fine too, okay? And we want to press the leg into the hands. So we're pressing the right leg away from the face, away from the chest, spinal spinal release movement here, and then just release and press back into it. So we're just using a technique of resistance and release. Oh yeah. All right, and from here we're going to point and flex the right foot, circle one direction and the other, and release, right foot down. Let those knees open and close a few times here. Draw the left leg in, clasp behind the left leg, or just hold the side of it. Take your left leg straight up. Resist the leg as you press into your hands, and then release. Press into your hands and release. And now point and flex your left foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. And then let's go ahead and release that leg 2 feet to the mat. Gently let the knees open and close, little butterfly wings here. Okay, so we're going to bring the hands down by your side. Okay, lift your hips just a little bit, send them 2 inches over to the right. Cross your right leg, cross your right leg over your left thigh. Take your left hand outside your right leg, take your right arm long, and let both knees come to the left as you gaze towards your right fingertips. So a little spinal twist here. And then come back through center, release, unwind the legs, 2 feet to the mat, lift your hips and center them. Lift your hips and send them 2 inches over to the left. Cross your left ankle over your left thigh over your right thigh. Take your left arm out to the side. Hold on to the outside of your left leg with your right hand and let your legs come twist over to the right as you gaze towards your left fingertips. And release, come back to center, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, lift your hips and center them. And from here, if you want to go into reclined cobbler's pose, if that feels good to you, if your body is telling you to move around, do some final movements, any alignment things that you need to do as we start to look at our body and see where we need to be for final relaxation. Okay? Is it better right now for you for your knees to be bent? Is legs straight okay? Is something propping up the knees maybe going to feel good? Decide what's going to work for you. Move around. And then we're going to just come to a nice comfortable position. Extend the fingers, wiggle them into a gentle fist. Extend, wiggle, extend, wiggle. The spine is at rest. Let's go ahead and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down by your side and let your head just go side to side. And then find your final relaxation position for this practice. Notice how the earth is supporting you. Have everything at peace and at rest. So if anything is not right, adjust it now. Don't feel like you have to stay there. And when you're feeling great, inhale through the nose and slowly exhale, just letting your body connect with the earth. Let the earth support you. Your work is done. You are in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Allow your breath to deepen. Gently invite movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And as you inhale, extend everything long. Exhale, draw in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.